Ladies and gentlemen, today is April 22nd, 2026. Welcome to Uncle Joe's Yuhua Show. Let me tell you, the smoke over the Strait of Hormuz has barely drifted away, and President Trump has already announced another ceasefire extension with Iran on social media. This is the second extension already. Vice President Vance quietly canceled his Islamabad trip at the last minute. The Iranian parliament speaker is parading Khorramshahr 4 ballistic missiles through Tehran's Revolution Square, while the U.S. Navy keeps its blockade on Iran's ports. You people, when you stare at this scene, how different is it really from ancient Rome tangled up with Parthia all those centuries ago? And right in the middle of all this, Iran's state-ordered internet shutdown has hit day 54. 54 days. A citizen in Tehran who wants to post a cat video? Forget about it. This reminds me of a Chinese statesman from nearly 2,800 years ago, Zhou Mugong, the Duke of Shao. He warned King Li of Zhou with a line that has echoed down the centuries. Fang Minji Ko, Shen Yu Fang Chuan. To dam up the people's mouths is more dangerous than damming a river. That line, spoken around the year 841 before the Common Era, fits today's Tehran like a custom-tailored suit, doesn't it? The Roman orator Cicero, back around 52 before the Common Era, put it this way: Inter arma enim silent leges. In times of war, the laws fall silent. Look at today's Middle East, today's Ukraine. The guns go off, and international law quietly goes out for a very long coffee break. Now let's swing back to Washington. The partial federal government shutdown has reached day 67, an all-time record in American history. Homeland Security Secretary Markwayne Mullin warned yesterday that his employees may stop receiving paychecks by early May. President Trump authorized $10 billion in emergency funds out of his One Big Beautiful Bill Act, but Capitol Hill is still deadlocked. Over 2,500 years ago, Lao Tzu, in chapter 57 of Tao Te Ching, already put it this way: Fa Ling Zi Zhang, Dao Ze Do Yu. The more conspicuous the laws and decrees grow, the more thieves and bandits appear. A line from 25 centuries ago, and it still fits today's Washington like a glove, doesn't it? But Wall Street threw itself a party. Let me tell you, the S&P 500 closed on Wednesday at a record high of 7,137.90. The Nasdaq Composite hit an all-time high of 24,657. Investors cheered Trump's ceasefire decision. Even Japan posted 7 straight months of export growth. This time, Trump genuinely earned his peacemaker credit. American stocks set records. Doesn't he deserve a little applause? Now across the Pacific. On April 20th, China's aircraft carrier Liaoning sailed through the Taiwan Strait, the first Chinese carrier crossing reported since the Fujian did the same thing last December. More striking still, Kuomintang chairwoman Cheng Li-wen met Xi Jinping in Beijing on April 10th. Right after that, Beijing rolled out a 10-point cross-strait package, including restoring direct flights from Taiwan to Urumqi, Xi'an, Harbin, Kunming, and Lanzhou. Post-pandemic cross-strait air service is still far below what it was before. Restarting a piece of old machinery always takes a little grease and a lot of patience. The gears don't always remember what they used to do. Over in Ukraine, the Trump administration's 28-point peace plan is still stuck in hard bargaining. 3 rounds of talks in Abu Dhabi ended without a real breakthrough. This reminds me of the famous weighted doll of the 5 dynasties period, Feng Dao, a man who served 4 dynasties and 10 emperors without ever quite falling over. He wrote in a quiet poem, 穷大皆有命，和老发谈生，但知行好事，莫要问前程。Poverty and prosperity are both fate. Why waste a sigh? Just focus on doing good deeds. Don't ask what road lies ahead. Later, historians cursed him as shameless, yet he kept the common people alive through one civil war after another. You tell me, is that wisdom or not? From Lebanon, a darker note: an Israeli airstrike in the southern village of At-Tiri killed the journalist Amal Khalil of the Daily Al-Akhbar along with 4 other people. The Israel-Lebanon ceasefire is now wobbling on one very tired leg, and everyone in the region is holding their breath. Now let's turn to artificial intelligence. Let me tell you, OpenAI's annualized revenue has crossed $25 billion, with a public listing reportedly on the table for late this year. Anthropic is closing in on $19 billion. And more remarkable still, Anthropic's Model Context Protocol MCP crossed 97 million installs in March. The Linux Foundation has now folded it into a brand new Agentic AI Foundation, with contributions from OpenAI and Block as well. When competing laboratories agree to share infrastructure, that means something real is happening. The industry is quietly industrializing in front of our eyes. You people, do you know what anniversary today is? April 22nd, 1970 was the very first Earth Day in the United States. Go even further back. April 22nd, 1500, the Portuguese navigator Pedro Álvares Cabral accidentally discovered Brazil. 500 years later, the Brazilian president is preparing to host this November's United Nations Climate Summit in Belém. History is a net, loose, wide, but nobody escapes from it. Li Ao once said, 一万事来行事, 一分事来救世, 一码事来惊世. Wake the world up by mocking it, save the world by resenting it, warn the world by cursing it. The times change, the AI changes, but those three lines still work perfectly well today, don't they? I'm Uncle Joe. See you next time.